right now, we're going to also go to the opening bell because we are opening on Wall Street.
Yes, we are. And we've got that opening bell on Wall Street here on this Wednesday. KKR, as you can see, all the ladies on the podium for International Women's Day ringing the opening bell. And our opening bell is sponsored by Tasty Trade as we take a look at the markets here this morning. So after a big drop in stocks yesterday that was prompted by Jay Powell's testimony on Capitol Hill, really emphasizing this idea that the Fed is in it to win it in terms of inflation, that they are going to stay the course and keep raising rates as long as necessary. We are going to be hearing from Jay Powell again at 10 a.m. today in front of the House Financial Services Committee. It was a little spicy yesterday in front of the Senate Banking Committee. Usually it's even spicier when it comes to the House. So we'll see what kinds of questioning and what kind of political grandstanding we get there in the House committee, and then what kind of information, if any more, we get from Powell, or if it's pretty much more of the same as to what we heard yesterday. But Ines, right now, as we get underway here this morning, we're not seeing that negativity that we saw yesterday, but really, we're not seeing much of any movement.
Yeah, that's right. The markets are right now a little bit flat. We had seen yesterday a pretty down day, but right now we're looking at flat markets for the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P 500. The NASDAQ up about 0.2%. I'm going to put up a 2-day chart here so you can see sort of the action over the last 2 days. You can see that a little bit better. But I want to take a look also where we're at with the 10-year Treasury yield, because that's at 3.92%. We talked about the inversion of the 2 and the 10-year yesterday, hitting that 100 basis point mark, and the 2 and the 30-year as well. And just taking a look at the U.S. dollar index, that is at 105.61%. And under the hood, when we take a look at our sectors, so we've got a blank screen here, but you can see that the sectors are mixed right now. Consumer discretionary, financials have been down quite a bit yesterday. You've got technology that's in the green, and real estate recuperating some of the losses from yesterday, up to 0.3%. Over on the NASDAQ 100, a little bit of a mixed picture here with some of the mega caps. Alphabet up more than 1%. You've got Nvidia that's higher. I'm going to take a look at the semiconductors, and those are seeing a little bit of a gain right now. And over on the electric vehicle space, we are seeing some downward pressure in some of these names. And just to round it out with what's happening with commodities, because we had seen yesterday crude oil that was lower, and we are seeing today that it's also, we're watching WTI down more than 1%. Brent crude also lower. We saw the U.S. dollar index rise yesterday, going above 105. It's above 105, around that area right now. So we are seeing a little bit of pressure when it comes to commodities. We also this week had some data, some import-export data out of China as well, which was putting some pressure on commodities as well.
Ines, can I call an audible and ask you to call up oil stocks for a second? Or actually trending. Yeah. How about trending? That's where it'll be. Let's take a look at Occidental, because we learned in a filing that Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway had further raised his stake in the company, 5.8 million additional common shares in that company. So it's been among the top trending tickers here this morning. Sorry to get you.
No, and you're right.
Find it here this morning, but
so Berkshire Hathaway having 21% stake in the company, and now with more than 5 million shares, buying another a little bit more of the company as well. You're looking at Occidental up more than 2.5%. Year-to-date chart, you're looking at it down 0.3%, but this stock was absolutely astronomically saw astronomical gains last year. So it's just above $62 a share. There was a note from Wall Street talking about that this would be positive. The fact that Berkshire Hathaway is increasing the number of shares that it has in Occidental would be positive for the stock. Though the analyst noted he does not think that Berkshire Hathaway is going to outright buy Occidental.
I know, we keep doing that. Will he or won't he? Thanks, Ines.